This is the English 3, Unit 7, Writing with Purpose video that correlates with the writing slides. Please follow along on your screen. If you would like to make notes, please pause at any time. I will try to be very specific and give you as much information as possible to ensure that you understand the assignment. Words to know: introduction, background information, claim, counterclaim, rebuttal, supporting ideas, supporting evidence, commentary, transitions, categories of evidence including personal experience, historical or current events, literary connections, pop culture connections, social observations, conclusions, MLA citations, including in-text citations, and a works cited page. You are going to be writing an argumentative essay. What is an argumentative essay? An argument or argumentative essay is a type of writing that requires students to research a topic, collect and evaluate evidence, and establish a position, claim, on the topic using collected evidence and logical reasoning for support. You're going to learn to hit him with your best shot. We are going to review the 6-paragraph model for real-world writing, which includes MLA 8th edition format, so your paper will look like the one on the right. Your paper is to be double-spaced and include a header with your last name and page number, and on the first page only, you will type your name, your instructor's name, the course, and the date, and you will give your essay a title, which will be in the center. Again, notice the essay example on the right of the page. The 6 paragraphs included in the 6-paragraph argumentative model essay are: number 1, the introduction; number 2, supporting idea number 1; paragraph 3, supporting idea number 2; paragraph 4, supporting idea number 3; number 5, the counterclaim; and number 6, the conclusion. All of these are review. I know that you have learned to write an essay in this format since the 6th grade. We are just developing that skill and ensuring that you can use evidence to support your ideas. The first paragraph is the introduction. In the introduction, you begin with a topic sentence that hooks the audience. One complete sentence that attracts the audience to your essay. Then, you want to include background information about the topic to really orient your reader to the ideas that you're going to be presenting. This should be at least 2 sentences. State your claim. Clearly state your argument in the form of a fact, value, or policy claim. Always avoid the terms "I think" or "I believe," as these terms make your work seem more like an opinion rather than a fact or a claim. And always include a because statement. Number 4, state your 3 supporting ideas in 3 separate, complete sentences. So your claim is a complete sentence, and your 3 supporting ideas are 3 complete, separate sentences. So this is 4 separate sentences versus clumping them all into one sentence. And finally, transition to the first body paragraph with 1 complete sentence. So let's count those sentences for your introduction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your introduction must consist of at least 8 sentences, but 10 would really be better because you can include as much background information as you need to convince your audience and orient them to the topic. Establish a position or stance. Your stance should be determined by facts, logic, and supporting data rather than your personal opinion. Claim. A strong argument begins with a strong, precise claim. A precise claim is clear, logical, and it makes your point. Let's review claim. Let's see if you can identify the claim in this passage. This day and age, there are many different philosophies out there about dieting. For example, many people believe that following a diet that is high in protein is the only way to be healthy. Others believe that a low-fat diet is more important than a high-protein diet. If so many people have many different perspectives about dieting, how is one supposed to know which one to follow? Well, look no further. There is only one best way to diet. Veganism is the best diet anyone could ever follow because it is the most natural way to fuel the body. You decide which sentence states the claim. Veganism is the best diet anyone could ever follow because it is the most natural way to fuel the body. That is the claim of this paragraph. Can you write a claim? I believe that you can. Our learning objective today is to be able to write a claim. A claim must be compelling. It must evoke interest in the reader. It must be debatable. Someone else must be able to argue against it. It must be defensible. The argument must be backed by reliable evidence. It must be clearly written. It must be clear and specific. It must avoid things like I think, I believe, in my opinion, because these phrases make your claim your opinion, and you are not arguing your opinion. You are arguing a stance based upon evidence. Can you evaluate a claim? I think you can. I can evaluate a claim. When evaluating a claim, the most important question to ask yourself is this claim debatable, defensible, compelling, and clearly written? Things to remember. Claims do not contain phrases such as I think, I believe, or I feel, so do not use these phrases in your essay. I repeat, do not use these phrases in your essay. Claims must go beyond the author or the audience. It isn't just about you. It isn't just about your friends, but it should cover an array of people. Claims must be very clear about which side of the argument the author will argue. You cannot ride the fence when you are arguing a claim. For example, let's take a look at school uniforms. Take a moment to read the pros and the cons, and you pick a side. So the question is, are you for school uniforms or against them? You must start with an assertion, a confident opinion about your claim, but without writing I think or I believe. So let's try it. What if I wanted to argue for school uniforms, which Kayla Stafford would love to have school uniforms for both teachers and students because then I would never have to worry about what I was wearing to school. I might argue that school uniforms would make all students and teachers equal because, in a sense, we all look the same. However, I could argue against school uniforms as well and explain that or argue that school uniforms would take away student individuality and make it very hard for teachers to keep track of their students. I know myself, it is really easy for me to learn names. I do it very quickly, but it's not just based upon what a student looks like physically, but also the way they dress, because we all have our own individual way of dressing. And so it's easy for me to make connections. If a student really likes to wear tie-dye shirts, then I can remember that those tie-dye shirts correlate with that certain student. So as long as you state your claim in a complete sentence with a because statement without using I think, I believe, or in my opinion, then your claim is probably on the right track. So start with an assertion, a confident opinion about your topic without using I think or I believe. For example, you may believe that it is wrong for social media sites to collect and sell data on its users. A strong assertion may be, it is wrong for social media sites to collect and sell data on its users. To turn your assertion into a claim, add information that makes it more precise and focused. It is wrong for social media sites, such as Facebook, to collect and sell data on its users for financial gain. Notice how this claim just got stronger. Here's another. How would you turn it into a strong claim? I think cell phones are distracting in class. Immediately, you should notice some things wrong with this. I think. Find out if it is okay to use first person in your claim. Well, it isn't. If it isn't allowed, you should change the wording to reflect a third person narration. I think cell phones are distracting in class. This is more of a reason than a claim. So the real argument is that cell phones shouldn't be allowed in the classroom because they are distracting. A better claim statement may be, cell phones should be banned from the classroom because they distract students from the teacher and the lesson. Claims. We know claims are a position that can be argued. So let's review again. Strong claims are compelling, debatable, and defensible. To be compelling, they must evoke interest. To be defensible, they may be supported with recent reliable evidence. And to be debatable, they are not a fact. What is the difference between a claim and a fact? A fact is proven, but a claim can be argued. Strong claims are compelling, debatable, and defensible. Other key characteristics of a strong claim include they identify the writer's stance or position, they are clear and specific, they show the direction of the writer's thinking, they avoid terms such as I think, I feel, or I believe, because these terms make your writing opinionated versus academic. There are three major types of claims: the fact claim, the value claim, and the policy claim. Fact claims use key words such as is or is not, are or are not. For example, fast food is unhealthy. This is a fact claim. Value claims use words such as better or best, more or less, worse or worst, easiest, easier, tacos are healthier than hamburgers. And finally, a policy claim. These claims include the word should or should not and